Right, final blessings. We are back with another video here on Primordial Chaos. Stop messing around. All right, real quick before I begin, a couple quick announcements. Again, if you're interested in signing up for classes, the best way to do that, well, the main and only way to do that, I don't know why I say that, is to go to the official Primordial Chaos. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Go to the official Primordial Chaos Patreon page at patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. That's patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. Tier 3 is the tier you want to join. Tier 3 gives you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon, in addition to the ritual we do together as a group at the end of the month. Also, keep in mind when you join the Patreon page, Tier 3, you not only get access to the classes from the time you join moving forward. I always have to say this because people email me this. You also get access to all the classes in the archive prior to when you became a member or joined. We have a bunch of ongoing classes that I'm doing on there on such topics as Clepothic Sorcery, Luciferian Magic and Self-Mastery, Sith Dark Alchemy classes, Shadow Work classes, 18 counting and deep. We are doing Kundalini Meditation and Awakening classes on there, Esoterical Occult Bible Study classes, and Ancient Egyptian Vampiric classes. You name it. We're covering a wide range of topics that I'm covering on that ongoing series. So again, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. Tier 3. I also have mentorship programs on there. The Red Magus mentorship program, which covers all facets of the occult. If you are looking for a one-on-one mentorship where I meet with you once a month and there's monthly work that we do together to get you up on a point in your path where you're trying to really take it to that next level. But again, as I said, the mentorship programs, please, it's an investment of time, effort, and energy. If you're not willing to put in the time and the work, please don't bother. I don't want to waste your time, and I definitely don't want you to waste my time. All right, so that's patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. Also, if you're interested in a spiritual reading or a spiritual consultation, I offer various different readings: Clepothic demonic readings, shadow work readings, which is always good. You should be constantly working with the shadow and the hidden self. Deity readings to see what spirits and demons walk with you. Egyptian oracle readings, Santa Muerte readings. Shoot me an email at khnum19@gmail.com, and I will send you information on how to book a reading or score a consultation. Also, the 6th annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference is in full effect. You can register and sign up for a 4-day event that begins October 19th with a meet and greet. The 20th to the 21st from 9 to 4 p.m. We have classes, workshops, speakers, presentations on both nights in the evening on Friday and Saturday of the 20th and the 21st. We also gather in the evening to do a group ritual working together, followed by a group dinner, some hanging out, socializing, listening to music, just kicking it, having some fun. We close the event out on Sunday. I'll be doing a Q&A session on Sunday from noon to 4 p.m. where you open discussion, whatever you want to talk about the conference or whatever. You could also attend virtually and get access to the classes, presentations, workshops, and speakers on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the event. So if you're interested in registering for the 6th annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference, shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com. Also, keep in mind, all of this content is being uploaded to the Primordial Chaos podcast, which is available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. The direct link to the podcast, along with my contact email, and along with the link to the Patreon page to sign up for classes, all of that is in the description box of this video you are watching right now. All right, so having said that, today's topic, I'm probably going to try to shoot 2 videos today. Should be able to get 2 in the day. Let's talk about karma. Spooky. Some people are spooked the fuck out with this shit. All right, so let's break down what really is karma, the real meaning of it. Let's define it. Let's take the spooky bullshit out of it, because you're going to get a different meaning or definition or perspective of what karma is, depending on one who is explaining it, from what spiritual perspective, because it can be very spooky from more right-hand path philosophical standpoints, right? So let's break this down, and let's kind of get some clarity on this. One of the main things you'll see, kind of as a whole, this neutral across the board understanding, karma sometimes is presented as what comes around goes around, which is partially true, but they don't really explain it in detail. In certain circles, karma is made to sound like it's this mystical force that you don't have no control over, or it's a preconditioned notion that's stamped in your subconscious mind or brain, that more this behave, do good, do right. If not, it's coming around the corner. It's just not being explained correctly. So I'm going to simplify this. You guys have heard me talk about this, I'm sure, in classes. But remember, these short videos are just focal points on a specific thing. So we're just going to focus on what karma is, okay? I've said many times before, here's how it's a simple way to take all the spookiness out of it. First of all, if karma, they say you reap what you sow, right? Again, which is true, but I'm going to take the spookism out of it. They say, well, if you do bad things is going to happen to you. Well, that's, and again, having said what I'm about to say, I'm not encouraging anybody to quote unquote do what some people would label bad things, but there's been a lot of people who have done bad things in their life over the years, but maybe at some point changed their life, and they didn't get the byproduct back of quote unquote these bad things that they did. Okay, well, let me clarify if you're still confused. Let's take somebody that's very popular, that everybody knows for the most part. Let's take a rapper like Jay-Z. He's one of many. I'm just referring to him because that's something the masses can relate to. He been honestly and open in his background, sold crack, sold dope in the projects. This is a person who, like many others in the past, it could even be some of us or you guys watching, we did things we felt we had to do to survive, right? But we were selling poison to people. We were contributing to the problem. But maybe when you put that underlying aspect of intent there, though, yes, that's not the correct or right thing to do because people are getting harmed, but the intent was to survive and at some point get out of that situation and evolve into something greater or better, which in this case he did. Now, I'm not justifying whether it was him, myself, or anybody listening that did some foul shit in their past, that makes it okay. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it dispels the myth of that spooky bullshit of karma. Because if that's the case, it's been years. Apparently, the plan that Jay-Z executed worked well. Now, you can get into all your conspiracy theories. Oh, he's part of the elite, the Illuminati, this, that, and the other. Oh, he's going to have his punishment in the afterlife. See, that's all spooky shit. I'm not... Save that ideology for that spooky bullshit. Not buying it, right? We don't deal with that type of stuff on this path. That's all spookism, can't be confirmed. Now, having said that, destroying that mythological aspect of what karma is, here's the simple breakdown. It's based on the principle of cause and effect. That's all karma is. Cause and effect. And what shapes the cause and effect of an individual's life is the choices and the decisions they make. Every choice or decision, the choice is the cause. The results of the choice you made is the effect. That's simple, people. Shit just doesn't randomly happen to you out of the blue for no fucking particular reason. Now, I'm not going to get into past life karma too much because then people bring that up. Is there such thing as past life karma? Can you carry karmic debt from a previous life into this life. Now, that is answered through your spiritual work. I can only answer that through my own personal experience. There is such thing as ancestral karma, where you can inherit certain things. I don't want to spook it out because it's very personal, and the individual comes to the realization of it through their ancestral work and other aspects of their ritual work. But I'm not gonna really focus on that too much in this video. I wanted to just put that out there quickly. Yes, that does exist. But yes, the individual has to raise themselves up to the realization of where that is connected to them in their spiritual journey based on their spiritual work. So it's very personal. So if you want to incur past life karma into that, or karmic debt, is there such thing as that we come here because there are certain things we need to master or get right? Yes, but that's personal. You can't really answer that as a whole for everybody because each situation, like many other things on this path, is very personal. But I'm mainly focusing on, in this video, the basic understanding or the overall understanding of what karma is. So again, karma is basically cause and effect. And the cause and effect is shaped by the choices and the decisions you make in your life is what determines how that karma comes back to you. So let's make this kindergarten level now, right? Make it even easier. If you know there's some place to hang out and you know it's got a reputation, shit goes down there, shit could pop off, fights might break out, maybe there's been shootings there, but sometimes we're in that struggle of the personal daemon or the higher self is saying, hey man, I wouldn't go there if I was you. I'd probably stay clear of that place. It's probably wiser. And then that weaker mortal self says, nah man, I'm gonna go, man. It's probably gonna be some females there. I could probably get some ass, this or that. So you give in to the weaker self. You've made a conscious decision to go to this place knowing it has a history and a high probability of some negative shit going down there. So let's say you make the decision, you go, and let's say something pops off while you're here. You get robbed, maybe you get into a fight, or something goes down, right? It wasn't some spooky aspect of karma that caused that. It was the conscious decision you made to go to this place knowing, well aware in your mind, something could pop off. Okay? Cause and effect. It's like you're out and about, you have an X amount of money on you. And if let's just say you're an impulse buyer, you can't control or discipline yourself when it comes to spending. You buy shit on impulse. And you see something you want. Now you know right off the gate, financially it's probably not a wise investment at the moment. It's going to put you in the hole. But you're thinking for the moment. You're reacting on pure impulse, which that's going to be my next video, being proactive and reactive. That will be the second video after this. And you just go ahead and buy that item. Not realizing the consequences, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks from now, your mortgage payment is due, or your car payment is due, or whatever. And then the reality hits you in that moment. You're fucked. You don't have enough money to do this, that, or the other. Was it some spooky aspect of karma that caused that? Or was it shaped by the choices and the decisions you made, which was the root of the cause and effect of that karma that came back to you? Now it works the flip side. You make wise choices. Say you eat well, you exercise, you're consistent in your spiritual practice, and you're getting all these paths and doorways are opening for you. Your spiritual life is blossoming and flourishing. It's the flip side. Was it some spooky force of karma that did that? Or was it you, as a god or a goddess, made wise, proper decisions for self, which elevated yourself on this path of self-mastery to a higher level? So it works both ways. It's not just the negative, and it's not just the good. And it confirms the fact you are God. You are goddess. You are the ruler of your fucking domain, nobody else. Stop looking for everything outside of yourself to be the reason that influences everything that takes place in your life. If you start with self, this is hopefully clarifying why we say this is an inward journey out, not an outward journey in. It starts with you, God. It starts with you, goddess. Not with some fucking old man and with a white beard sitting in the sky. Not with some hippie wearing a diaper coming out of the sky to save you. Not some morbid image of somebody nailed bloody to death to a cross. This is your symbol of salvation. If Jesus slipped in a concrete tub and cracked his head open, would we be wearing bathtubs around our neck? Why would you want to connect your salvation to a symbol of morbid torture and desecration? See, I bring that up because we sometimes connect our karma or spiritual energy to this outside spooky force. Really, when you say karma, it comes around, goes around, you're basically saying, like this spook god in monotheism, there's this mystical force that you have no power or control over that can come get you anytime. Real simple, people. You make smart decisions. You make correct decisions. You make productive decisions for yourself and your life. Productive stuff will come your way. It's like you always hear me say a saying that my mother always told me. You've heard, I've told you this a bunch of times. My mother used to tell me, you're the company you keep, right? So if you make a conscious decision to hang out with successful people, knowledgeable people, people that can pass along information to you or show you things that's going to be beneficial and help you in your life, that's going to be a productive and effective thing. And you're going to reap good karma from that. But if you hang around people who are lowlifes, derelicts, criminals, scam artists, hustlers, this, that, and the other, you become what you hang out with based on that conscience. You made a choice to connect yourself with these type of people, right? See, when I did that previous video prior to this, that religious programming, the psychological effects of that is a motherfucker. Because when you look at karma in that spooky way, people, you are being very religious. You may not be aware of it. Your intention may not be intentional with it. But that's how deep that religious programming is. And that's why I did that previous video. It's so deep on a subconscious level that sometimes you ain't even aware that it's there. And this is why shadow work is important, to always connect with the shadow of the hidden self, because things like that come to the, they come to the surface. Okay? So if you want good things to come your way, quote unquote, right? Good things. Make good decisions. Okay? And as you know, when you come on this path, one of the things you start to do right out the gate is to make the necessary changes in your life and around you that need to be made to put yourself in the best possible situation, the most productive situation that's beneficial for you, so you can grow on your spiritual path. And that involves building that good karma or energy, involves shaping all of that. What people do I need to get rid of? Who do I need to stop fucking with? What circles do I need to not be involved in? What do I need to get into? What new things do I need to explore? What things have I been avoiding? Etc., etc. Right? You're shaping your karma, your energy that you're gonna manifest, or if you want to say come back to you, whatever you want to refer to it as. But I can tell you this, it's nothing spooky. You are the root cause of whatever karma comes back to you. Okay? Why am I saying that? By the choices and the decisions you make. Okay? It's no different. I'll give you more examples. You could be a man or a woman. You could be a man. And Again, you make a poor decision. You run into some female. You know she's scandalous. You know she could be trashy, but she could be fine as fuck. You could be physically attracted to her. You negate all that shit because you're thinking with that head and not this head. And then all of a sudden down the road, a bunch of shit pops off. That wasn't some spooky, mystical aspect of karma. That was you who made a conscious decision to mess with that individual. It's no different. You could be a female. You're blinded by attraction or some other aspect of a man, and you know this man could have a reputation for being, very promiscuous, messing with multiple women or doing scandalous shit. Or maybe he's a deadbeat and he's known for sugar mommy, looking for sugar mommies to take care of him. But you get blinded with this aspect of maybe by the way he looks or a certain stature that this might help you with, and you're blinded by all that and you just negate it all and you still engage in a relationship with this person. And then you get cheated on, you get done wrong, you may even get taken for your money. Was that karma? Some spooky aspect of karma that did that? No, that was the stupid ass fucking decision you made after your personal daemon or your higher self made it clear, don't fuck with it. Stay away from it. You heard that inner voice. It was telling you, it was guiding you, don't do it. Don't mess with it. All right, if you do, just be prepared. You hear this voice. We all do, we hear it. But that struggle between the higher self and the lower self, war with each other, and unfortunately sometimes the lower self, you give into it and it wins. And then you create all types of hardship and madness and chaos in your life. And things start to spiral out of control. And then some people will go, oh man, they'll play the role of the victim. Somebody's out to get me. Somebody's hating on me. Somebody's doing this to me. Somebody's putting roots on me. Somebody's doing magic on me and all this crazy shit. But not once in that statement did him say, man, this is on me. I fucked up. Man, that was a bad look. I made a bad decision. Man, that was a horrible choice I made. I fucked up. And that's when the problem starts to become rectified, when you take responsibility for it. Realizing, you know what? At the end of the day, this ain't no spooky karma, no mystical God. This ain't nothing. This was me. I made the choice, a conscious choice and decision. And man, did I fuck up. And now I'm seeing the result of that fuck up. That's it. You address it, you correct it, and you move on. This is what I mean, you building and destroying and shaping your destiny, creating, building, and destroying at all times. By the choices and the decision. A choice is a powerful action that you carry out. Because every choice you make, a little choice such as, well, even that, a little choice to something, what am I going to eat? Let me make a choice on what I want to eat. Has an effect. Let me make a choice of what I'm going to wear today. As I get up and look in my closet or my drawer, has an effect. Okay? From something very minor to that as something major, as a financial decision or something on a very personal level, it doesn't matter. Everything you do has a cause and effect, and it deals with build and destroy. Because from that cause and effect, either something is going to be built up or productive, or something is going to be fucking destroyed. And sometimes it's things that get destroyed are not what you want to get destroyed, unfortunately. That's all it is, people. Just want to make that clear. All right? So, to sum this up, as I wrap this video up, and I'm almost at my destination of 9 rounds. Today's Thursday. Due to 9 rounds, I will shoot a second video leaving 9 rounds, driving to Planet Fitness to do my weights. We're going to talk about being proactive and reactive. I'm trying to piggyback topics off of topics that are connected. But in a nutshell, real simple, get this in your head. All karma is a byproduct of cause and effect. You don't have to agree with that. You can listen to these other people out here that get super spooky with it, try to get over technical with it, try to make it sound deeper and heavier than this, try to mystify it and spooktify it and all that other bullshit they try to do to it. Hey, you're entitled. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't buy into none of that shit. And I'm not gonna teach anybody else to buy into that. If you do, you're on your own with your own cause and effect of the choices, decisions, and karma you make about karma. All right, so hopefully that sinks in. All right, if you need to reach out to me for a spiritual consultation or a reading, if you are interested in signing up for the 6th annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference, either live and in person from October 19th to October 22nd, or if you want to attend virtually, my contact email is in the description box of this video, khnum19@gmail.com. Also, the direct link to the official Primordial Chaos Patreon page is in the description box of this video you are watching right now, along with the direct link to the Primordial Chaos podcast, which is also in the description box of this video that you are watching right now. Okay? Everything is there to reach out. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I've reached my destination. I will see you guys on the next video. Infernal blessings, and we will talk